Build the Lancaster Bomber, Issue 1. We're going to be building the fuselage and the propeller. Let's start by opening Issue 1. First we take the cockpit framing piece, which is a 01A. Then we pick out of this little tray, there are 3 switch boxes. The smallest one, which is 01L, with the switch with the 2, has got 2 little switches. That goes to the inside. So there's a couple of ways we could do this. We could either put some glue on and insert, or we could actually just put it into the slot, turn it over, get a cocktail stick and put it to the rear, and then the capillary action of the super glue will go into the slot and glue it into place. Next, take electrical distribution box, the one with the little silver piece on it, 01I, and that will fit into this position here. You can see the slot has a slight angle downwards to represent same as that. So we got a choice here again. We can either put it in and glue from the rear, or we can glue from the front. Just put a little bit of glue on the tab. So that's glued in. This is the bomb aimer's equipment, which has got a little lever down there, and this, see, it's slightly angled, so it's big on that end, and then it goes down to slightly smaller, and so you can see the orientation there, and that then will fit in below the other one. Then we'll glue in from the rear. There we are. That's that stage complete. Next we take the port nose fuselage, which is the metal piece, and then we have a piece of glass which goes in that way. So it was a little bit of flash on that we'll take off. And there's 2 tabs. The glass has got a slight angle piece by there, and that will goes forward. With this, I'm gonna glue this in with some ultra glue, because cyano or super glue tends to fog a little bit, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of this glue around the edges, just a little spot, and then press the glass in. So a little spot of glue on a cocktail stick. Just going to put a couple of spots on the inside, on the recess, and then when this glue dries, it will dry clear. A bit on the tabs. Then we take the glass and push in. I'm not gonna put the tube on, the pilot tube, which is this bit here. I think it's a little bit brittle. I'm gonna probably stick it on quite at a later date. So I'm just gonna keep that in the box and then put it in storage until I'm ready to put it on. Take the 3 propeller blade blocks and 3 propeller blades. If you notice, there is a raised bit on one side of the propeller, and that coincides with there's a flat edge there. So when you assemble it with that a little bit raised bit facing upwards and the flat bit facing upwards. So if we put this into the propeller blade blocks, so we put each one in, so raised bit facing upwards to the block, raised bit, flat edge upwards into the block. Take the propeller back plate, which if you notice has got a little white gear in there, and then you insert each propeller in with the tab facing upwards or the square bit facing upwards to the block, to the block. We then take the propeller front plate. Notice it's got a couple of holes, and there are a couple of tabs there, and we fit that on over the top, and then we screw it together with one single AP screw in the center. Don't over tighten. Take the propeller dome, and there's 3 tabs and 3 holes in that. Push it in. Then we take the metal spinner, and then that will fit over the top. But I think what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to put the screws in first, which will be the AM screws. So I'm going to screw them in just to cut the threads with a bit of oil, take them out, put the dome on, and then screw it together. So just oiling, well, I could have a choice of oiling the screws or just oil the holes slightly. Then we'll put the screws in just to cut the threads, then take the screws back out, put the dome on top, screw in. So the 3 screws to go in from the rear. We take those off now, keep those. See, now you can adjust the pitch of the blade, or the other 2 blades will change pitch. Next we get the motor and we push it gently into, push it in squarely to propeller. Then we get a little box and we connect this to J1. Hold the motor and we'll insert the batteries. There we are. Just keep the battery, take the batteries out, and we'll put this safely away with the 3 blocks, which we probably need to keep. Well, it tells you to keep them for future to build the rest of the props. So that's the end of this issue. So we've got the propeller, the nose section, we got the frame, and I've kept the tube until I'm ready to use it, because I know it'll get broken probably in storage. So coming in issue 2 is the detail parts of the front gun turret, including machine guns with LEDs, plastic parts for the fuselage.